You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, July 14th, 2023. It's what we want to do on Friday. Be here at Goof On and talk about UFOs, whistleblowers who know nothing. And you believed everything you grew up believing, and now you realize it was all foolish. Don't say what, don't say who, I just need to know the truth. Everything was a lie. There is no God, there is no heaven, there are no aliens, there is no heaven. You said that already. Hell. There isn't that either. What about the pyramids? Everybody, we've been lied to. And it feels so good to know you're in my neighborhood. See, I know, even though there are people here who are going to say, I believe in God. I know. But deep down, you don't know if he or she exists. You doubt it, but you're going to tell me you don't. Those people who are really into believing in God and religion and all that stuff, you are going to believe what you want to believe no matter what I say. All I ask for is proof. Now, miracles is not proof that there's a God. Nobody's come back officially and repeatedly from heaven and said, oh yeah, when you get up there, go to the third light on the left. That's where the good times are in heaven. That's where you get your wings and you get your bleach to stay white and fluffy. Nobody does that. Reincarnation. I had 100 lives. Prove it. I can't. Who built the pyramids? The Egyptians. No. They didn't. They strangely took ownership of them, but never have they talked about building them, right? I just watched a special, I think it's called The Lost Pyramid with Dr. Zawi Hawass on Netflix. And I just learned that. So, I don't know, maybe I quoted it wrong. But doesn't it suck? Except for those religious, the Bible-thumping people. I can't change you. But I know deep down inside, you know there's no proof of God. Jesus, I don't care. You want to read about it. You don't have any proof. And look, I'm not. If you want to know where Jesus came from, you want to know how that all got started? Long time ago. What's that movie? Zeitgeist. In that movie, they explain how Jesus Christ became a folklore symbol or whatever, a hero to the people. Jesus. How come we don't say, elephant? Why do we say Jesus? Holy. Why do we say holy? Why don't we say bread crap? Why does it holy crap? Don't you blame all the bad things on God? God doesn't like me. God's mad. God didn't like that I was truthful. Made me sick. This is a tough show because I am going to sit here and tell you everything you've learned is a lie. And you're not going to like it. Or you're going to love it and you're going to really relate to exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. And I don't even know what we're going to talk about tonight. I may open up the link if you guys want to come in later on and discuss what you think. It is Friday. We're going to start officially next Friday. Right here on Goof On. Open panel night. Open discussion night every Friday for a while. We'll do it for a few weeks, maybe a month. See how it goes. That last night was great. Thought last night was very well done. I thought it was good. We didn't have any issues. Nobody was overly aggressive in their conversations. People knew, when enough was enough and let the next person talk. I really enjoyed that. Thank you for last night. And thank you to Jeanette, the angel of Goof On, for a pre-show PayPal support. Thank you for your superb generosity, as always. You can help support Goof On. We're supported by you. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. I was told that when you help support something that you believe in, you feel good inside. I don't know. All the links are in the show description. You know what to do. This isn't new. But let's do a little bit of quick roll call on a Friday night. Whoa, Jeanette! Again? That's a £5, 5 quid super dono with a heart full of love right there. Thank you. I needed that. Appreciate it, Jeanette. Thank you for being a huge supporter of the show and a good friend. Thank you. And Dawn Knight. Hey, Dawn, how you been? Still have the cat ears, I see. Thank you for the Canadian Bucktree9. We round up $1.40. Mucho gusto generoso. Dawn Knight. So thank you very much. I like your mask and ears. That's actually very good. It's not offensive. Like if I saw that throughout the lockdowns, people, wore masks that were cool, in the ears. I mean, that would have been more fun. Everybody wearing those paper blue ones that they fall down and have handprints on them and people grabbing them. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, Uh-huh. And then, hanging down here. Oh, what are we doing? Yeah, that's really helping you. I'm sorry, what? What was that? Your mask. Oh, I know. Thank you. Yeah, you got to put it over your nose. I can't. I have a breathing issue. Stupid people. Ben, the Yorkshire Goophonian, throwing down some love as well. It's a £2, £2 super dono. What's a dono? For those who are new to the show, a dono is a donation with no sticker or comment. It's love. It's pure love. It's what we do here at Goof On. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so last night, 2 nights ago, whenever it was, last night and the night before, well, Tuesday, I saw what looked to be the screen here it was lagging. I thought there were issues, right? Nobody was really complaining about lagging or anything going on. So I just assumed when I heard one person say, hey, for the last 20 minutes, it's been lagging for me and buffering. And I thought I was having internet issues and stuff like that because I was seeing delays on my end. But when I looked at the replay and other people in the chat were saying, mine's fine. I'm not having any buffering. It was just one person and me. But when I looked at the show, it was fine. It was perfect. I can't explain why your screen would buffer and mine doesn't, or your screen would buffer and mine does too, but nobody else does. It's the internet. All right. I can't explain it any more than that. So if there's any buffering that's going on, it's normal. We're not NBC, we're not CBS, we're not Fox. We don't have that kind of power to keep us running. We're just a YouTuber. We're more than YouTubers. We're, what are we called? Influencers now. You're not a YouTuber, you're an influencer. Where do you do your influencing? On YouTube. Oh, you're a YouTuber. Shut up. Thanks, Ben. Mucho gusto generoso, sir. Hey, Lantonio, we need to talk. How you doing, man? $10? Dude, thank you very much. He says, oh, sorry I wasn't here last night. It was my birthday. And I was out with Kayla and family for dinner. It was nice, but glad to be back with the Goophonian family. Like, see, this is what bothers me about some things. Like, how did I not know it was your birthday? Right? Shouldn't I know? And I just want to know why I don't know. Why I didn't know. That's all. It's very strange, Lantonio. I should have those notifications, and I don't know why I didn't get one. Even are you on Facebook? Yeah, I don't know, brother. I'm sorry, but happy birthday, man. Thank you very much. I wish you would have been here last night, man. We would have sung the song. Dorothy, thank you very much. Super dono, $5 as well. Thank you very much. Dorothy is a continuing supporter of Goof On as well. Mucho gusto, generoso. What's that? Where? Oh, it's right here. Hey, Lantonio. Come on, everybody, sing it. Happy birthday. Come on, everybody. Let's give it up for Lantonio.
Happy birthday to you.
That's you, brother.
Happy birthday to you.
There's only one you.
Happy birthday to dear one.
You.
Happy birthday to you.
Second verse, different than the first.
From good friends and true.
That's us, big guy.
From old friends and new.
Hey, I don't know those old people, but oh.
May good luck go with you.
Oh. And happiness too. Oh, the Lantonio birthday. Happy birthday, Lantonio. Mucho gusto. Alexido. Happy birthday, man. That's all I got. Appreciate you and all your support and everything you've done. You're one of a kind, man. Thank you. Mucho gusto, many more. Dorothy, thanks again. Wanted to say that one last time. Thank you. You guys are great. I was having a hard time finding the birthday song. I'm like, where is it? I don't have much time. I got to do it while this conversation's still hot. All right. So, when I used to do this show, I used to do what? Oh, God. Real quick roll call. That's right. It's Friday. David Wilcox. Welcome to the show. Moonlick. Welcome to the show. Dorothy. Welcome to the show. Chris. Welcome to the show. Sick. Welcome to the show. Ben, the Yorkshire Gaffonian. What do you say there, Chief? What's up there, birthday Tonio? Everybody go get your box of Lantonios. Right now, they're only $12 a box. Every bite's delicious from the beginning to the end. Lantonios at your local grocery store. The boss of Goof On, Diane B, Josie _ UK. What do you say, JUK? The Shirtless Wonder, Bob Birkins, Bebob. 2 B's are better than 1. Brookies, what do you say there, Brookville? Denbob made it. Came through the front door, pounding out, knocking down those locks. 2 fists right through. Turn the knob. There he is. What do you say? How do you be? And then he runs into Diamond Dog, who made an entrance as fast as lightning, but not as loud as thunder. Green Bean. Welcome to the show. Green Bean's new. I had nothing. Welcome. Good to see you here at Goof. And yeah, we do a little roll call here now and then. Toby Mickle. What do you say? How do you be? Dave Bailey. Johnny Southside. Hey. What do you be? All right, let's get started. What do you say there, Dr. D? Dr. Damien in the house with Truth Entertainment. Kevin, Shoddy Panorin to round out the others. Sarah M, Brian L, and Michelle. Grazie. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Let's get started with the show. Oh, Truby, you throwing down $2. That's a super dono. Pure love right here at the beginning of the show. Truby, you throwing down 2. Grazie. It must be the purple shirt. What do you say, Captain Midge 26? Hey, Rich, I'm supposed to pass you a message. Your boy Billy D wanted me to tell you, hey, tell Billy D to get his ass over here. Billy Diamantopoulos. Love that guy. Thank you, Captain Midge. Or Mig. Tell Billy I said, yeah, your mother's got meatballs stored in her oven. He'll know. Glenn Petzold. How you doing, Chief? All right, let's get started. Brian Graber made it. What's up, Byron? Sorry, I said Brian. You heard me right. I corrected it. I am a UFO whistleblower. What are you doing here? There's no credibility with any whistleblower unless you have evidence. Just joking. Welcome to the Wood Elf. Wilka. F-Graph 72. Paula Faust. How you doing? Paula? William Wallace. Whoa. It just got serious. All right, let's get started. If I didn't say hi, it doesn't mean I don't love you or I'm ignoring you. How come you didn't say hi to me? I said hi 3 times. It's like you ignored me. I get those. Come on, man. I can't see everybody. Pyramid 7. Good to see everybody. Everybody goof on tonight. Everybody goof on tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Everybody goof on tonight. So, Dorothy, gotta let out sometimes. You just gotta release the energy. I don't care. I do this when nobody's around. So when I say I do the show and you get me, you really do. It's the only show where I think you get a real person. not somebody who's faking that they're this way or that way. It's real. Ah, that's another lie. So, all right, let's talk about what I want to talk about tonight, because we have just been witness to what I think has been one of the greatest scams in a long time. The month of June. The month of June gave us 2 tall aliens in Las Vegas, a hearsay whistleblower with the name that sounds speedy, and so was his exit. Rush. Greer, whistleblowers, kind of almost a forgotten storyline, sort of, right? What else did we have? They were talking about getting the amnesty laws, right? Get those in place, make sure we get contractors talking, contractors giving us evidence they've been hiding. Yes, this is what's been going on for the past few weeks. So that's why we're talking about it again. I'm sorry. But it's very, 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 very frustrating to be in it. You know, as a casual observer, you know, you don't know. You know, you see the headlines. That's what you go by, right? You may read a story here and there. But I don't really believe that we are on a track for disclosure anymore. I really don't. I feel confident I'm right about that. And the only reason I'm confident, because I've heard the same stories over and over. I don't need any more whistleblowers. I don't know why we would need more whistleblowing. I really don't. Because they've already, if you take what David Grush said at face value, although you can't, but let's just say you did, and the bodies and the craft. All right, he said it. He said it. Now what? Now we want proof. So why are we talking more about what we've seen and how corrupt the government is? Everything's on the table already. The cards are facing up. Everybody knows what's being dealt. But there's still some cards that haven't been overturned yet. That's what I'm waiting for. As soon as we get the next congressional hearing or some big announcement, that I believe will determine this narrative's future. Whether it continues on in a fake, false, pre-planned disclosure, slow drip. You know, they like using these words, these catchphrases, slow drip, 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 whatever disclosure. It's more than that, though. It's bigger than ufology. It's huge. And what we're going to talk about tonight is very controversial. And people have arguments, fights about this. People have died over the things we're going to talk about tonight. It's true. We can kick it off. Let's just talk about reincarnation. You know how you've heard reincarnation may be real, right? No proof. Well, there was a kid who came out and said that he was this other person. How would he know these people's lives if he didn't live it? Yeah, I don't know. But reincarnation isn't happening enough, with enough proof, I should say, to make me think that reincarnation is guaranteed. You want to believe in reincarnation? I understand it's possible, but in a matrixy kind of way. Wouldn't it have to be? What other way would it be? I'm just trying to put in my head, like, when you die, if nothing happens, we can't deal with those thoughts. So there has to be an afterlife. Death and darkness go together. People, I can't even fathom the thought myself of being in an afterlife where it's just darkness. So I always jump to this and I say, well, what was I doing right before I was born? It's the same way it's going to be after you die. It has to be. Why would it be any different? If I can't remember, so let's say I don't remember this life, right? Because it's the way it is. But why can't I remember the life in between the reincarnations? Something has to happen between reincarnations. And Michael, and I think it was Doc Skinner when they were on a month ago, and Doc Skinner says, hey, Rich, as soon as you die, don't go near the light, because that light is you being born again. So you mean as soon as I die, if I go to the light, I'm born again? Yes. It never ends. What do I come back as? You. But, a new you, and now a new world. Same world, just 2023. What? Yeah. And then when you die in another 75, 80 years, as soon as you see the light, you go through it. Now you're born again in the year's 2108. So it never ends, never ends. That's reincarnation in a nutshell. So how do you pick up that you were Elvis Presley in a previous life? How do you pick up that you were Einstein in a previous life, right? You hear these people being reincarnated as such and such and such and such. It's a lie. It's just an anomaly that we can't explain. It doesn't mean reincarnation's real. You want to get better and bigger than that? Stephen Mason throwing down, holy mother of God, it's a super dono. £2, £2 super dono by Mr. Mason. Thank you, Stephen Mason, for the £2, £2 super dono. It's pure love right here on Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso. Views with a Z, throwing down $2, says, no talk of a Goof On Rich karaoke episode. Dude, if I could, I would. I would. It would be great. But you can't play copywritten music, so. Thank you for the thought process, though. Maybe I can just do something on my own. Someday, somehow. It's the lost episode, Singing with G-U-F-O-N. Nah, I have a terrible voice. Thank you, Views, for the £2, £2 super dono, super chat. Thank you. You're a continuing supporter of Goof On as well. So let's get into it. The easy one of all. This is the easy one. God. Do you believe in God? It's okay if you do. In the old days, I used to be like, you believe in that? And I used to, kind of ride people for it. Now, I don't. I think it's okay to believe in something. I do. I believe, I'll tell you what I believe because it's part of the show. Well, I'll tell you this first. Nobody can prove God is real. It's all faith-based. Would you agree with that? Since you were born, depending on your lifestyle, your family's lifestyle, I should say, their religious beliefs. I'm not going to get into the whole, my mother and father, grandfather and grandmother. Just for the sake of making this simple, there's no proof of God. Sadly. And it's done this way on purpose. It has been for 1 billion years. Contact, Daddy. Oh no, the sand. He disappeared. God could be real. Yeah. But God has been interpreted to be thousands of different things. How could my God be any different than your God? If God dot, 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 and his own dot, 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 the image and all this other miracle and splitting and the wine, the blood, the food, the yearning. Jesus. It's all bullshit. Now, I told you would get mad at me for that. What I mean is there's no proof. No, there is proof because there's a miracle. This planet is God's creation. No. Stop right there. You know what I'm saying. Let's not get a little crazy and start acting like the universe and God are the same thing because nobody knows. I worship the universe, not a God, but I talk to it. I don't pray. Do I talk to it? Verbally, no, with my mind. And what do I say it is? I use the law of attraction, which is like praying, right? Right? It's like praying, oh God, please, I'm not a bad person, please. And then if you're doing the other way, oh, if you were doing the law of attraction, oh, I want to imagine that I'm feeling better and oh, please. Same. It's all mental. Right? But it's whatever you believe. And that's okay if you believe in a God. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what makes us all so unique. We believe in whatever works for you, right? Some people go their whole lives never understanding what connection they can make, whether it be God. It's easy to say, I pray to a God, because everybody's used to that language. But when I say I pray into the universe, Scientology? No, not at all. Law of attraction. Well, how can that be praying? So you believe in something. I just believe in energy. And however it works and it's manipulated, I'm trying whatever it is as a human being to understand that. But there is no God. Whether you want, let me take that back. There may be a creator. All right, but there's no proof. Again, unproven. And I'm sorry. Aliens, unproven. Heaven, unproven. We already talked about the pyramids. So many things that we grow up thinking are the way and they're not. Why? Why do we have to keep living the lie? See, the reason it's on my show tonight, because it rolls into ufology's narrative. They know how people are, whoever's running this narrative. They know what they're doing. They know how people are. But you can see that even they are unsure of their own future. They're unsure of what to do. That's why they keep rolling out whistleblowers, because they don't have anything. So they're trying to build our faith up. They're trying to build our faith up in their credibility as military personnel. They're trying to, and I'm going to say, lure us in. They are trying to lure you in. Why? I don't know. For votes, for beliefs. Why? I don't know. But what it's always been in the past, when you ask why, money. It's always been about money. So if you believe in aliens, where are they? Why don't we ever see them? Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about that. 5-6 billion cameras on the planet. People are getting abducted all the time. Don't you think somebody would snap a photo? No. Because the aliens are aware of the technology that's in the area, right? And if the aliens are who they say they are, then they know every single thing we're doing at every single time, just like Santa. Just like Santa. How do you like that? Alien clause. David Wilcox, not Wilcox, throwing down a Canadian $10 spot. Every civilization had a god of some kind. Yeah, I know. How's that possible? Why? Why? I don't get it. You know why I don't? Because in this day and age, evidence is king. Evidence. See, it's different now. We're not living 1,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago. Maybe the aliens were able to coexist with the humans back then because maybe they were more civilized, which we know they weren't, but I don't know, man. I just don't know. All I know is there's no evidence. Of aliens. UFOs? Holy crap. Well, all right. David Wilcox, thank you for being one of the biggest supporters ever to goof on. Mucho gusto, generoso. I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Really do. And I just forgot what I was going to say. But I'm trying to think, because everything that we know, the Sphinx, the pyramids, and just get rid of the archaeological stuff, we've been lied to and we know it. And Graham Hancock and the other dude who went around and are still going around promoting the 12,800 year ago flood that, took out a lot of things here and massive flooding and all that. Well, these guys are like, they're saying how the egos of the other archaeologists won't allow the textbooks to be changed because of their egos. Then because, you know why? Because, I thought this guy was right, but new evidence came out and it changed things. But these guys don't want their name to be part of a change in their discovery. So they say, no, they were built by the Egyptians. They really weren't. I'm pretty sure they weren't. So we were taught that, and that is so uncertain. Dr. Zawi Hawass is one of the biggest promoters of the lie. Imagine all the shit that they took out of those things, all the technology that they tell us that wasn't there, that they probably hid. I can't speak, I'm getting nervous. Okay, let me ask you this. What else did we grow up learning that we now know is a lie? Anybody have anything? What else is there? Like we talked about death. Okay. Death. You die. That's it. Reincarnation was part of that conversation. Where is it? Over here. Here, let's see. Johnny Southside, death is what you remember before your birth. Okay, this means nothing. Do you recycle? Then why would a designer of this universe not think of the human as a recyclable? Because one human only lives an average of 75 years, give or take. right? And to recycle it makes no sense to me. Like how? Once the body's gone, our energy goes wherever. That's the mystery. So when you say recycled, if I'm reborn and reincarnated, I'm going into a brand new body. So, or a brand new embryo, whatever. So I'm not sure that a designer would have anything that would need to be recycled. If somebody designed and built this, they built it perfectly. I can't say I haven't noticed any glitches. There sure have been things moving. Some things I've seen in the sky didn't make sense. You know, not UFOs. I'm talking about when I saw that big checkerboard being put across the whole entire sky. Yeah, that was weird. My wife saw it too at the time. Very, very weird. I can't answer that, man. I just think I did, Johnny. But I don't, if we are recyclable, then it's our memory. But where does it go, guys? So when we die, all the information we obtained is lost. It's gone forever, as far as we know. But if we are what I think we are, I think these are just avatars, like the freaking movie, believe it or not. Hey, don't laugh. A lot of the stuff on Star Trek came true, remember? Who's to say that avatars aren't and can't be 1,000 years from now? Look how far we've come in 80 years. 120 years. 100 years ago, they were riding horses. Oh, they got into cars, I know, but just started flying. It's crazy. So imagine where we're going to be 200 years from now. So anything's possible. I just don't think, I think when we die, that's it. No evidence. That's why. That's why. You know why you want to believe, like, not you, I'm just saying people in general? Because the thought of just dying and nothing happening forever, it's a miserable thought. Miserable. Some people say when we go to sleep and dream, dreaming is what happens when we die. We go into that world. What? Those are a bunch of neurons and hormones flying around in our brain and our body at that time. Not going to get that same reaction when you're dead. And it's not the same. What do I know? I don't know. That's the beauty of it all. Nobody knows. See? No evidence. Unproven. This sucks. This is so hard to talk about. Hold on. Let me pull something up here. Hold on. I'm going to grab this. Starting to lose my voice. Let me check something out. I need a break. Do we have any? No! What is with my friends? Nobody's making videos? Unbelievable. Let's try this one. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, I don't know. I'm just going to play this from Mr. MBB333. He's got something weird in here that I think we should look at. Oh, whoa, what just happened? Whoa, that was weird. I don't know how that happened. All right, let's take a look here. I don't know what we're in for, guys. I haven't even watched this. I just need to get a drink and relax for a minute. Losing my voice today. Don't know what's going on.
Take a look at a video that was just sent in of what looks like a ghostly orb or something in the daytime sky following this airplane. Video submitted by Betty and Lily. They took on July 6th of 2023 around 12:30 in the afternoon. Another video from the sky taken by Matthew Santiago goes back to January 11th, 2023 at 3:09 a.m. He noticed this long duration low to the ground fireball streaking through the sky in the middle of the night. Here's a close-up view of the fireball that he spotted, and it was moving slowly through the sky. This is at original speed, so not quite sure what this was. Matthew saw at 3:00.
What? I've never seen fireball go that slow. That's wild. All right, what's going on?
Ongoing wildfire situation up in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
I'll share with you guys some Zoom Earth footage from yesterday and today, and it looks like, according to Zoom, ghostly looking orb in the daytime sky. Video taken by Betty and Lily on July 6th of 2023. Right there it is. You can't miss it. At 12:30 p.m., looked like something following the airplane through the daytime sky. This is the original vertical video. Here in just a second, I'm going to zoom in. We'll take a closer look at this mysterious orb that I don't think was a camera anomaly, because the camera, for the most part, was pretty steady, and this orb was kind of moving around on its own. And right there it is, a close-up view of this object, this orb.
I'll be honest with you. When I first saw it, I said it's something on the lens. 1,000,000%. But I don't know. It's acting weird, isn't it?
Whatever you want to call it, you can't make this stuff up. I just got this video less than a day ago.
It is an anomaly.
And right there it is, whatever you want to call it. This is the original format. I haven't done anything except zoom in right here. And in the next segment, I do modify the lighting and color a little bit, just trying to pull forward the orb.
It actually looks like somebody's using their finger to thumb it or finger it close to the airplane. I'm calling bullshit on that, because it looks man-made-ish.
That the orb may very well have been present in the sky. It doesn't look like the camera's bouncing around. They did a good job filming the airplane. They kept the camera very steady, and then there's that object right in front of the airplane, and then it dips down below the airplane. This version here, I did modify it a little bit. I adjusted the color and lighting, trying to pull forward the object.
So you have to think, what would create that, right? And a lot of people are going to say it's a gravity displacement bubble around the UFO. So it's giving it the illusion that it's, this or whatever, but it's really there. It's just changing its time and space. That's how these objects can turn right angle turns at 30,000 miles an hour without breaking up, because they've got this gravity bubble. Maybe that's what we're seeing. Some sort of atmospheric field by the UFO that's being created, which is creating the bubble here. But the way it's moving and the way it's interacting apparently with this airplane seems staged big time. And, it almost looks like they were trying to get it close to the plane, like it was threatening it, moving it close but not hitting it. But a few times it did go into the blades and it went into the wheel well and all that stuff. So whatever it isn't a UFO. I'm pretty certain on that.
Whatever it may have been in the daytime sky. Don't claim to know, just simply sharing, guys. You can't make this stuff up. I just got this video. Here it is in a negative down from the top of the atmosphere out of nowhere. Kind of surprised me, really. I saw it come down and stop in the middle of the daytime sky. There wasn't a cloud. It was just above the horizon. It was just a smaller version of the sky. Or I saw this in the daytime sky, or at least a smaller version of that. It was just above the horizon. It came down from the top of the atmosphere out of nowhere. Kind of surprised me, really. I saw it come down and stop in the middle of the daytime sky. There wasn't a cloud
He
anywhere
saw
in the
this.
sky. It was around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. This thing stayed in the sky for about 3 minutes, drifting very slowly from
Wait a minute. Where's the dude? I am going insane inside right now. How could that be in the sky for 3 minutes and you not record it? How? How? And the reason I got excited when he said he saw this, because I thought maybe he was going to go into saying it, and I got a photo of it, but he didn't. I just checked. Because I saw the grid in the sky. You know the overhead projectors that they use in school when the teacher slides that clear plastic on top of a piece of glass and a thing that looks like ET is the light. And then they put it down. When they slide it in, you see it up on the board, on the whatever you call it, and it slides in and it gets right there and you can do your work. That's how I saw what I saw. I saw somebody sliding in the grid, like longitude and latitude lines, and it filled in the entire sky. And it lasted maybe 20 seconds. I called for my wife, who was 3 feet away. I go, you got to come here, check this out. Hurry, hurry, hurry. She comes out. I go, what do you see? Without telling her. And she goes, lines in the sky. And I go, oh my God, thank God. As she's saying that, I'm trying to turn on the camera. Takes a few seconds. As it's turning on, I'm aiming it up, getting ready. And it slowly diminished. Like, not slowly, but it was fast enough I couldn't get it on camera. Even though I did record the sky, we looked, blew it up, nothing showed. So that's why I got excited. Because he lives in Arizona, in Mesa, Arizona, about 45 miles from where I used to live in Arizona. If he saw this shape, this thing in the sky, that to me is extremely bizarre. After what I saw, it almost corroborates that something very strange is happening in the sky over Arizona. Now, I saw mine in 2004, maybe 5, somewhere in there, but he just saw this almost 20 years later. There's so many strange effing things in the sky. And this could be, I don't know, something like Project Bluebeam, who knows, maybe some sort of other sky project that's going to be false flag. I don't know. That was pretty good. Interesting. I wish see, that's what bothers me. For 3 minutes, that thing was in the sky and you don't record it. Let me see what he says. I'm listening. I'm going to bring you back up.
That again, it was a much smaller version. If you were to take a softball and hold it out at arm's length up into the sky around 20, 25 degrees, that's how big it was from my perspective. It wasn't near this big, but it was big enough to where you could see the detail like that in the center of it. It was a perfectly round circle. It looked like pure energy up there in the sky. It wasn't a solid object. It looked semi-transparent, stayed in the sky for just a little over 3 minutes. Again, moving from west to east, my right to left through the sky in a perfectly straight line, and then it went right back out the top of the atmosphere. One of the coolest things I've ever.
3 minutes. And he doesn't have video. Hey, I know what I saw too. And I don't have video. But come on, bro. 3 minutes is an eternity. You could have changed providers and still got video. Oh, man. See, this is what bothers me about people like him. Here he is with this big channel, 500,000 subscribers, does very well for himself, puts up some really interesting things, I heard he doesn't have the best reputation, but do any of us? How does he not know to grab his camera and record it? And then I ask myself, why would he make it up? You know, why would he make it up? I mean, there's nothing really magical about what he said he saw. It's interesting. It doesn't mean anything. So it's like really a strange thing to make up if you were to make it up. So if you really did see it, how the hell do you not get video? 3 minutes, dude. I'm sorry. That's just bad. That's bad paranormal. All right, just to change things up a little bit, we'll get back to some other things here. I'm get a little bit ufology. We're going to go into the German dude. He says to Rose Cuckold, who do you think these very public former senior officials could be who will come forward? He asks Rose Cuckold. She says,
I mean, what do you think it's going to take for people to actually wake up and go, oh my God, this is real. This is something that they've actually got.
Again, I'm optimistic because I know some of the things that are coming. And I think that the public may be pleasantly surprised to see certain former senior, very public officials coming forward, admitting that they believe there is truth to these allegations and calling for a proper congressional inquiry.
Who cares? Who cares? Listen to him. Hear how disinterested he sounds? Just like, he's such a smarmy prick. He really is. He is smarmy. And Burchett, of course, is lighting it up. I didn't play this the other night. I meant to play this. It looks like Jesse Waters is taking over the Truth Be Out There for Tucker Carlson on Fox. So let's see what goes on here with Burchett. We all know Tim Burchett. He's got a mouth on him like a Wyoming representative. Isn't that where he's from Tennessee? I forget.
Yeah. So, Tim, do you know that the government has this crazy alien stuff and is keeping it from us?
Well, I don't know about that Vegas deal, but the whistleblower, I know him. You know, he's a decorated veteran. I know in Washington, D.C., that is.
He didn't say anything right there. Didn't say yes, no. He just went off. Just let's pay attention on what he doesn't say.
Doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot, but in East Tennessee, that means a whole lot. Those are the Tic Tac videos you're seeing there right now. Those are videos that were taken by American military. That's their gunners, their gunner photography.
And don't forget, Timmy, don't forget to say that these aren't alien ships and they've already been debunked. Don't forget to say that, Timmy.
And they're actually trying to follow those things, and those are some of the best pilots in the world. So
some of the best pilots: Ryan Graves, Alex Dietrich, David Fravor, best in the world to have act out like they saw something legit. I'm sorry. I'm getting irritable. I just, ufology is so corrupt. It is so obvious to me more than ever that, and the reason I know it, because everything is being done by the same 10, 12 people, right? Like nobody else out there, nobody from the public we can talk to. And the only reason they're talking to the military, the government officials, is because they think in their mind they're more credible. And the public will see them as more credible, right? They always do. You have to have the perfect American citizen to pull it off and sound credible if they're a UFO believer, right? You can't have some guy coming up nowadays and say, oh yeah, I saw him. You can't have him sound like Travis Taylor. Woo-wee, we saw some UFOs over Skinwalker Ranch. I tell you, I love me Skinwalker Ranch. That's where they flew right over. We can't have that anymore. Yeah. So we have to be perfect if we're going to speak publicly. Do you know the pressure that puts on anybody in our seat? Anybody who's going to go public, who's going to go on a show like this, not mine, their shows, Fox, CNN, whatever. It's not fair. It's so not fair. And I understand life isn't fair, but we are being hoodwinked. We are being bamboozled, and we are being conned. And if you don't believe it, ask yourself this. Where is the evidence? We've been looking at Lou Elizondo and DeShlong, and yeah, I'm going back 7 years. Remember those days? We're going to have interstellar. We're going to go, well, what did he say? Transclusive or trans, what was it? Quasimodo UFO. It can go into space. It can go into water. It can go into rock. My God, it can go into rock. Oh, this place is the rock. Not that rock. I mean, Alcatraz. It's preposterous. Ah, don't you get it at this point? Aren't you sick of it? Now, you know, the reason I love this now, the reason I have a second wind in ufology is because now I'm good. I'm okay. I have chosen a side. And I believe, without a doubt, that the government's lying. Or these people don't know what they're talking about. That's why you had a hearsay whistleblower. That's why. They don't really want to give us evidence. Look at the shit that Jeremy Corbell was given from these people are in the military. We snuck this out. We got this out. I recorded this. I got this. And this is military confirmed UFO bullshit. That's all he's given us. Things that look like things. And that's what Grush was. And that's what a whistleblower is. Without evidence. That's all it is. With that, let's get that. Without evidence, that's all a whistleblower is. I can't handle it anymore. But I'm here now for the fun part. I'm here to really be a dick. Because I don't, look, talking about it, being nice, all that other shit didn't matter. It doesn't matter how nice we are, how nice we talk about these people. They're not going to come here and get the hard questions. They're not going to talk to us. Nobody wants to talk to us. Civilians. Who else? Civilians with experiences. It's very hard to find a good one that sounds credible. Maybe that's why they haven't gone that route. But all I know is this. Greer said it. I'm picking up on what Greer said because I think it's important when he said if we don't have some sort of disclosure in 6 months, we're never going to have it. I kind of feel that way. I feel it anyway, but you know what I mean? I mean, if they're going to change minds, they need to do something like now. One more whistleblower without evidence or another congressional hearing without something tangible, real, convincing, then you know it's without a doubt bullshit. Guarantee it, you'll feel it. Guarantee it, you're going to be disappointed. Guarantee it. I'm okay. I'm not going to have to eat my hats.
Either they're lying or somebody else is lying. And so I tend to go with our military men and women. I've been briefed on things, some things I can speak about and some things I can't.
Sure. And you know why he goes along with what the military guys and girls are because that's the favorable thing to do. That makes you look like such a supporter of our troops. You're such a great guy. Thank you. You're going to support our heroes, even if they said and lied about aliens and UFOs. What a hero you are.
But that's probably a meteorite That's what you're seeing in Las Vegas. But,
so, well, what kind of things
the
can you
federal-
talk about? You said you can't talk about stuff.
Well, I can talk. Yeah, I can talk about this. Some of these craft that you're watching right there. They have no heat trail. They defy every bit of physics that we know about. They they can fly underwater or swim underwater, I guess, and they
no evidence of
basically
that.
have no friction, and there is no heat trail, so you don't know. We don't have any idea what's propelling them. And everybody says at first, well, that's the Russians, and you know good and well that Putin had a UFO. He'd land the thing on the White House lawn, probably get out, ride a unicorn bare-chested over to the president and punch him in the mouth, and then ride back to Mother Russia. If the Chinese had it, they'd own us. I mean, in all seriousness. So you're left with one other conclusion: these things are coming from somewhere else, and this has been covered up since 1947 or sooner. And you know, we have military personnel that are decorated veterans telling us they've seen these things.
And you know what nobody ever talks about? And I wonder why. There must be a reason. Because there were a few UFOs that crashed in 1945, right? Before Roswell. And we know of the one that crashed into a windmill in Aurora, Texas, right? I think it was 1890 or early 1900s, a long time ago. So these objects have been falling out of the sky for one reason or another. But what if it's possible it is us? And they did, and the objects that are falling out of the sky were never aliens at all. They were from archaeological dig sites. And what crashed in Roswell could have been one of those UFOs that they found with monkeys or chimpanzees inside. Maybe they were flying it remote control. Who knows? Who knows? But why isn't anybody ever talking about that? Why can't that be a possibility? Yeah, it was a UFO. One that we found and back engineered and put a couple of chimps in there. That's why they had to get child-sized caskets. Just a thought. Why couldn't have we been working on them long before? Because we found them. And they worked. And we flew them. What about that? Nobody ever talks about that. What if the Foo Fighters, right? Because remember in World War I, World War II, they saw the balls of fire. And what if that was part of what we found in the archaeological dig? Oh. So in everything we've ever learned about UFOs is a lie. It's not aliens. It's us. Or, I don't know, man. See, you know what I just remembered? I just remembered there was a carving of art, and it showed the Nephilim god or whatever it is with the little humanoid monkey with a tail crawling up the side of its body, on its leg. Kind of looked human, like, and seemed like, oh, well, we made you. We're the gods, and you're the chimpanzee humans that we made. We just came to your planet, just tweaked a little bit, just a little bit. We made you. Yeah. A couple 100,000 years ago. We made you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you guys built cities hundreds of thousands of years ago. Hell, I think we brought humans here. How long was it, Chico? 500 million years ago, before the dinosaurs. We had you here. It didn't work out. Yeah. For some reason, you guys just couldn't get together and be civilized. You always wanted to kill. So we had to tweak you a little bit. And in the process, we figured we'll give you some pets. It threw the dinosaurs down. We turned on the planet and had plate tectonics and weather. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we made everything. Give me a break. Give me a friggin' break. There has to be an explanation for aliens that people see in their dreams, when they're abducted, when they take photos and they didn't know there was something there, right? Why? Why? Why are we seeing this? You know, I don't get this. Why? If it's not real, why was I seeing this before the internet? Maybe it was close encounters of the third kind. I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it. That's what bothers me about this whole field. Because I think we have something good, and it's being abused. I think we have technology that could change the world as we know it for the positive. I think we have clean energy somewhere in captivity being hidden away from us. We can drive cars across the country on 20 gallons of water if they wanted to, but they don't. We live in the best country, but sadly it's as corrupt as every other country. And with corruption, well, there's power struggles. That's a constant. Money, it's a constant. Somebody's always looking up to take down number one. Somebody's always looking to be the guy or the girl. Money rules the world. And I bet you if we just follow the trail of money, how would we do that? Where would it take us? Nowhere, because everything is done off book with private corporations. So forget that. Forget all about it. And let me tell you this. Don't worry about the history. John Greenwald did all that shit already. Right? I'm mad because we're wasting time. And I don't have much time left here. I'll be lucky if I get another 17, 18 years. That's not enough. It's not enough. And I don't see disclosure happening. I don't see anything happening. And sadly, everything I knew, learned growing up was a lie. Everything. Everything. What was real? We don't even know what happened to Kennedy still. And all those people are dead. Right? What was that, 60 years ago? What are they hiding? I'm shaking my head constantly because I'm at a loss. Yeah, I don't know what to do anymore.
You know, we just need to get to the bottom of it. I've added an amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act to declassify all things about UFOs and UAPs, because if they don't exist, then why are they hiding them? And if they do exist, why don't we know about it?
Tell me a little bit about how you know that the UFOs fly underwater.
Well, you just saw a video that just showed that right there. There was one that just trailed, and you can listen to the pilots if you. It's called the Tic Tac videos, like the candy, and you can Google it, and it's been on 60 Minutes, and they literally go underwater, and they fly out at the same speed, and these have been documented. And the trouble you've got is these pilots are afraid to come forward, even with whistleblower protection, because what happens, and I've talked to these pilots, they've been interrogated for over 8 hours, some of them, and then they're told not to say anything, and of course it ends up on their record. So I've actually spoken with pilots who said, "Look, I've destroyed this evidence because I don't want to have to come back and explain it to my superiors and then be subjected to ridicule." And yet it happens time and time again. And I've been told by some higher ups, "Burchett, we got more important things to deal with."
Guys, how weird is this? It looked like there was something on me, right? And I went to wipe it off and there's nothing there. It was like there was a shadow on me. Did you guys see that? I'm going to go back for a second. It was as if there was like a shadow person's finger in my eye. Dude, there was nothing. I don't understand what was on me. There's nothing black. I know I was thinking maybe it was like ash. I don't know, man. I'm going to go back on the show and take a look real quick. That was weird. That was so weird just now what happened. I'm going to go back. Hold on. Oh, there it is. It's on me. Let me show you. Let me show you. What is on me? This is bizarre. Look, when I went to wipe it off, it just came off. But there was nothing on me. What? I don't see disclosure happening. I don't see anything happening. And sadly, everything. And I don't have much time left here. Greenwald did all that shit already. Looking up to take down. When did that happen? The third kind. Oh no! That's when it might have happened. Can't explain it. Look, it's on my nose. That's what bothers me about this whole field. Lift your head up. Because I think. How long was it there? Anyway, okay, let's see when it happened. I mean, you're such a great guy. When did I? Oh, there it is. Here. UFOs. Here's where it happens. A hero. You are. Let's see what happens.
But that's probably a meteorite. That's what you're seeing in Las Vegas. But,
so, what kind of things can you talk about?
Right there.
You can't talk about stuff.
Well, I can talk. Yeah, I can talk about this. Some of these craft that you're watching right there, they have no heat trail.
This is great.
They defy every bit of physics that we know about.
Look at it.
They trail, so you
Look
don't
at how cool I'm acting.
So you're,
that is so funny. Have been. That is fun. How can you not laugh at yourself, man? That's good stuff. That's rare. How often does that happen to me? That was fun. All right, let's get back to work. It is off. I don't know. It had to have been ash or something. That's so weird because there was nothing. I'm telling you, man. That's the first time that's ever happened. And it was just, see, I'm trying to think. How did that happen? I really don't know. It's like, it's pretty clean. I don't understand it, but all right. That was fun. That made me laugh, really. That was funny. All right. Back to this. Now, I want to move. Let's go to... Oh! What the? Okay. All right. So you would agree with me that we are living in a time right now where it is very, very, very tough to be taken seriously. We still have the stigma on ufology. And then we get a video like the one I'm about to play you here. And apparently this guy says the Galactic Federation made a visit and he caught it on video. He goes, I asked that they show up as a fireball in the sky, like they have shown me many times in the past, he says. Many times. Take a look. I'll just screenshot it. Right? No sound. Don't hear anything. So far, not. Oh! What? What's he doing? Oh my God. That is weird, huh? What was it? Oh, brother. I smell a hoax. You know, when you have real shitty cameras, right? And we see this a lot with doorbell cams, where a person could be walking across the sidewalk closest to you, on your side of the street, and then the person decides to cross the street, moving away from the camera, and they disappear. And that's because it's the lighting of the camera, the angle, what was in front of the camera that caused this strange disappearance of a person that was real. We see cars drive by without wheels, things that move, things that reflect. I don't know why it's happening so much, but the only thing I can think of with these doorbell cams is that they don't have very good pixelation. They're not high def. They're at 15 frames a second. Very inexpensive way to get shit. You know, maybe you get somebody's face on camera. It's good enough to be a deterrent. But you're going to get shit that looks like this because it's moving weird. It's reflecting light. Who the hell knows? It just can't pick it up at night. For all I know, this could be a feather duster. That's what I first thought. This person has a feather duster. And I bet if I had a shitty camera with a feather duster, because it's kind of feather duster, you know what I mean? I don't know, but I would have a feeling it would look like this. I don't know what this guy's doing, but this is bull. This is silly.
It happened right in front of me. I was standing right there, and I couldn't see anything with the naked eye. It wasn't until later on when I reviewed the footage that I saw what had happened. And I'll admit, I was a little unsettled there for a moment.
You know what I just caught? This guy's lying. Big time. It's one of those things I can't explain to you. How I know. But you could hear it in his voice. Listen. No. Listen.
Footage that I saw what had happened. And I'll admit, I was a little unsettled there for a moment.
He's acting. He's remembering the lie.
Seeing this dark mass really manifest right there in front of me. But it wasn't until I slowed down the footage, got a better look, took some screenshots, when I saw the faces. Most of them looked rather friendly. Some of them even looked like they were smiling and waving at me. And I took it to them, the Galactics, and they confirmed it was. I took it to them, the Galactics, and they confirmed it was indeed them, and it was okay to share. Now, I had my camera set up on night vision, but without the infrared. So that's interesting that it showed up without the infrared on. If I had the infrared on, it would have appeared more like a white translucent type cloud, I'm sure.
Doesn't it scream bullshit to you? You know, it does, right? I'll put the link to that video in the show description. You guys can make up your own mind about it. But I hear a lot of bullshit. Check this out. You wanted to know how I get inspiration sometimes, and it comes from videos like this. What can trigger me is something like this. Check this video clip out from Eric Weinstein. His video is called "We May Be Faking a UFO Situation."
Occasionally called by somebody from inside. And what I think they're doing, first of all, one, we may be faking a UFO situation for reasons that I don't understand.
If we are faking a UFO situation, do you think that there's technology that's available to people in the United States that is beyond our current understanding of what's possible?
90% no.
90% no.
Because
Wow.
it's very hard. It's very hard to imagine physicists continuing to work on nothing for their entire careers. The number of people who are going to be retiring shortly, having never actually done physics as a physicist. We're talking about wasted lives. People are going to be very weird when they realize that they blew their entire career.
Why do you think I said that 4 years ago, 10 years ago, 19 years ago? We don't need physicists yet. What do we need them for? Well, I don't need no astrophysicist. What are they going to measure? A picture? My video? A UFO video? Give me a break. He's right. Eric Weinstein got one right. We don't need no astrophysicist. Ding, 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 ding. We don't need your thought control. Ding, ding, ding. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Nah. We don't need no whistleblower. My Sharona whistleblower. He's a liar. When is he gonna bring it up? Bring it up. Flares are gonna be over Arizona. Corbell and Knapp, give it up. Go away. Shut up. I can't do it quick enough. It's hard to think that fast. All right, let me show you what it was like to be alive. For some of you, this is going to be one of the best videos of the night. For me, it's nostalgia. We grew up, I think our Generation X here, we grew up in the best time ever. We got to see everything. Everything. And everything that people go look at now in the movies was because of these people.
Anyone else, but I really feel it's a privilege to be here tonight. And
Look how
I'm
young
gonna
he
try my
is.
best to, but
Muhammad Ali.
show what you can do.
How cool was that? Muhammad Ali boxing Rocky? Are you kidding me? We grew up in the best era ever. The last tough era. We didn't have helmets. We didn't have seat belts. When I remember when my dad bought it, we didn't have no seat belts in the back seat. No shin guards, elbow guards, helmets, Band-Aids. Well, Band-Aids. But there was only one Band-Aid. One size fits all. I'm going to play a video for you. And this video will blow your mind. And I want to play this because how diverse is our planet? It is unreal. There's fish out there. Octopus, right? They change color. They match their surrounding. Like if they go up to a brick wall, they look like a brick wall with eyes, right? We've got lizards, chameleons, right? A leopard has spots to blend in. Zebra has wavy lines to throw off the prey. It's true. I don't know how it works. But how about being this bird? What good would this be to be this bird? And I just don't know, but they have an explanation. Check it out.
Imagine walking in the forest and hearing laser sounds. This bird can mimic almost any sound. A camera. A car alarm. And even a baby crying. Besides mechanical sounds, the male lures a mate with a complex natural song that uses bits borrowed by at least 20 other types of birds.
R2-D2.
The lyrebird is found only in the forests along the southeast coast of Australia. It has also been heard mimicking the sound of foresters and their chainsaws.
What? It sounded like it was sawing. What good would that be to be that bird? Man, that is so unreal to me. I thought that was fun to watch. Yeah. What's this? All right. We're going to have a little fun right now. This is the animal portion of the show. That's right. I'm just going to keep playing videos. Here we go. Here's another one. Kangaroo.
To square up with this freaking thing.
Look, it's like the kangaroo is like he gets into it. They square up on each other. It's amazing. Look, he runs off because he sees the kangaroo messing with his dog. Look,
this guy lives on a big field. This guy this is like
look. The kangaroo has his dog around the neck
in a headlock. What does he want to do to the dog? What does he
want
to
watch.
Oh
and
my
the kangaroo's
God.
just stunned.
That's unreal. That's unreal.
He just leaves.
He just is like, see ya.
Dude,
wow.
How funny is that?
You have to be drunk to square up with this freaking thing.
Wow.
Look, it's like the
Watch
kangaroo
this.
is like he gets into it. They square up on each other. It's amazing.
Watch this.
Look, he runs off because he sees the kangaroo messing with his dog. Look.
This guy lives
This
on a
is
big field.
unbelievable.
This is like
Look, the kangaroo has his dog around the neck.
In a headlock. What does he want to do to the dog? What does he
Watch
want
this,
to
watch. And the kangaroo's just stunned.
Dude, that's the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. That is unbelievable to me. You just punch it and the kangaroo goes, what are you doing hitting me? I'm a kangaroo. That was fun. See? Look, got to break up the monotony. Everybody's so anal about what's going on in ufology. You know what? I was thinking maybe next week we don't even talk UFOs one day. Unless something groundbreaking happens like disclosure or somebody big drops a bomb, right? This is just every day. It's the same thing. I don't want to be that type of person, but my God, it's the same thing every day. Here, check this out. I told you, more videos. Look at this duck. What the? What the? Get, what the? Oh my God. Ah, watch this again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. He gets hit about 40 times, that poor duck. All right. I did that, and I was right. People dropped out. I don't understand. Where's your humor? All right. One last thing. I see how you people are. It's okay. It's all right. My fault. I ran out of stuff to talk about. I'm just breaking it up right now.
Myeongdong, which is the world's largest cave, that was only discovered in 1995. It's this massive opening, 6 miles of underground cave. You know, you don't see daylight for 2 days.
6 miles.
It looks like something out of Avatar. I mean, this cave, you can fit New York City skyscrapers inside of it. It's so big. It has its own weather system.
So, tomorrow's Saturday, right? I'm thinking maybe take the weekend off. Take 2 days off. Even though I missed Wednesday. That's the problem. I don't know what time tomorrow we're going to be going. I may go at noon. I don't know. Tomorrow's good. The weekend's always a mystery to me. I may go 3, I may go noon, I may go 8, 9, 10. I won't go at 10 because Nathan's on. But 8 o'clock or midnight. All right. So tonight's show is pretty much over. But I hope you didn't take what I said to be anything so dramatic. Not believing in anything isn't healthy either. So if you believe in God, great. If you believe in reincarnation, aliens, ghosts, demons, if you believe in poltergeists and channeling and everything else, that's okay. The thing that is not okay is making money off of something that's bullshit. And if you're doing that to people, that's bullshit. That's what I don't like. That's why I don't go to church, because I think it's messed up what they do, especially with the priests. You know? Hold on, I may have a video here that I took that may be worthy of a play. Let's see if it made it over. Let's see. See if this is it. I want to see what it looks like real quick. Here it goes. It's another Storm video, but it's not as good as the other ones. It's not playing. I don't know why. It's taking forever to load. It should be instant. It should be instant. I'm not going to play it. It's not good. It's not worthy. Let's see if this one is. Here's another one I think might be good. We'll get the hell out of here. All right. There's nothing. It's not working. Anyway, in a world where people make great claims, and you heard Neil deGrasse Tyson say this, we need evidence. Neil deGrasse Tyson said it best on Theories of Everything yesterday. Without evidence, it's just another story. And we've been saying that over and over. Now, I know my generation, we grew up where, if you were Catholic, you went to church on Sunday, you said your prayers before you ate, which we did, and before you go to bed, which I never did. But when I got old enough to make up my own mind, I realized that the things that I was seeing did not make sense to me. Like, how could a virgin get pregnant? It's the Immaculate Conception? Gotcha. Okay. So that means that she was impregnated by an alien? Is that what you're telling me? That Jesus, you have to watch Zeitgeist. That's it. Just watch that. After the first 20 minutes, they'll bore the socks off you because I don't know what the hell happens in the first 15, 20 minutes of that movie. But once it gets moving and starts talking, holy crap, that movie's crazy. But we live in a world where our eyes dictate what we should believe, right? And then if we see it and we can touch it, feel it, even smell it, then that also confirms what we see, right? What if it's all bullshit? Everything you're seeing right now is bullshit. Everything. That would blow your mind, right? All I want to know is, what did you do before you were born? What were you doing? Welcome to death. That's what it's going to be like. Yeah, nothing. So what? Why is that so bad? You're not going to be conscious. You're not going to be conscious. You're going to be dead. It means you cease to exist. Your energy, think about it realistically. Think about it. Where would the only place where you can die and still live? There isn't. There isn't a place. There isn't a place. So think about that. Think about everything. I don't know. I got to get out of here. This is just the weirdest last 30 minutes of a show I think I've ever done. It feels like something changed. Yeah, I don't know. Ever since I saw that thing on my face, my mood just totally changed, and I don't know why. But I think it's because that freaked me. I don't know what that was. There is nothing that could have done that to my face. And when I wiped it off, there wasn't any residue on my fingers. And now, as I was watching myself wipe it off, it just disappeared. Like if it was ash and I touched myself because I had ash on my fingers, which, why? I would have felt it. I would have felt the graininess of it, Nothing. It was like wiping off water off a duck's back. There was just nothing there. It's very strange. But something must have been on my hand when I went like this. Yeah, that was weird. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. I want to thank everybody. Oh, Moonlicht, I'm sorry. Did I get this, Rich? Are you galactic? No, I am straight with you. I am not galactic. I'm not. Okay? All right. Hey, thank you for the $2.78. That's a super mucho gusto generoso. Moonlicht, a continuing supporter of the show. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, let me make sure I didn't check. PayPal. Oh, wait. There was a PayPal. Oh, David Wilcox, man, thank you. $20. He says, if history is written by the victors, then what are we to believe? I know. Right? Isn't that what you mean? Because they destroy everything that they conquer. They don't want anything from that prior history there. I know. Sad. If you have the means to watch on Netflix, Unknown Pyramid, I believe it is, with Dr. Zawi Hawass, this place called Saqqara, Egypt, they're finding all sorts of great stuff there. But with Dr. Zawi Hawass, the most corrupt Egyptologist in the field, is running it, I'm not going to buy anything that guy says. Anything. I just don't trust him. He's too... You've seen him, right? Dr. Zawi Hawass. What a dick. He is the exact opposite of Avi Loeb. If Avi Loeb lived on Bizarro World, Dr. Zawi Hawass would be his Bizarro. Thank you, Moonlight. Intergalactic Angler throwing down $2 right at the end of the show. That's a super dono. It's a lot of love and a continuing supporter of GoofOn. And thank you, David Wilcox, for the PayPal. Always appreciated, always preferred. Thank you very much. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything else. We got Jeanette. Hold on. I believe yesterday. No, we got it all. Oh, right. Nathan yesterday got me on PayPal for $1.11. He was cracking up about Neil deGrasse Hole, what we were saying. When I said, he's me, but smart. Thank you, Nathan. Mucho gusto generoso, my main man. And that's it on that. So, yeah. So, we'll be back. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it, Intergalactic Angler. I still want to say overhaul. That's it. And we do it every night. Truthology for ufology for you. That's it. Be safe. Oh, have a great weekend. Keep your eyes out because shit is going to happen this weekend here at GoofOn. You'll see. And that's all I'm saying. No promises, but you'll see. I think you'll be happy. And the members will too, finally. Be safe, be kind, and alien bless.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
says the road is slippery, it's slowing me down. Turn that shit off. Fucking slow me down, motherfucker. Oh, your tires are spinning. Fuck you. Keep driving. Oh, looks like there's power out. No? Maybe, yeah. Power outage here? Oh, the lights are off. Usually those are flashing. There's some sort of yellow. There's no lights on here. Yeah, the power got knocked out. That's for sure. Yeah, it rained so hard. I mean, I'm not gripping the road at all at 50. And I've got all the tread on these tires. Speed limit's 55. I can barely do 50. It is coming down. Woo! Man, this is rain right here. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like it on the screen. I mean, driving, I can't see more than a quarter of a mile. So I don't know what it looks like on camera. But to me, it looks like I can see further when I look at the camera. It's not focusing right. It's focusing on the raindrops instead of all the way out in the distance. I'm trying to get it to focus more out in the distance. Wow, this is unbelievable. Power's on again in this section. Whoa, I'm slipping. Wow, I went through a huge puddle right there. Couldn't see it either. Fuck you. There's so much water on the road, it's really impossible to drive. Speed limit's 55, can't even do 50.
That? I think that's one of those paper lanterns. Chinese lanterns. It's like floating. Isn't it?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's travelling fast though.
Welcome to Third Phase UFO Report. I'm Rich Giordano. Tonight got a little special treat for you. Just one of my personal sightings that I got very well known for back in 2004 and 5 when I put it out there. Nobody could tell me what this object was. I called it the City in the Sky, and that's a very good description of it, because what started out as 3 points of light moving around the city in a circle, seemingly in a circle over Phoenix, Arizona, doubled and almost tripled its size right before your eyes. It was kind of interesting. My wife at the time was a witness. I did not add her to this video only because it would have been a lot of work for me to get it set up and put it out and edit it back in and find it. Look, I know where it is. It just would have taken a long time for me to get it set up, and I wanted to put this out as fast as possible. Eventually I'll put the whole thing out, but it's a 1 hour 45-minute recording of this event. On October 13th, the night before, because this was October 14th, 2004, I recorded the same thing and didn't even realize it. It was just by accident, and it was very low to the ground. I'm having a hard time locating that. It's very odd. I thought it was on the same tape, but it's not. So there'll be an update to this. But this sighting by itself is phenomenal, and I got to share it with you. So enjoy the City in the Sky. It passed over my house, I think 15 times over the 5 hours that we saw it, maybe 20 times, something like that. But here you can see it. Now it is shaky. Back in 2004, there weren't very many cameras, especially the high 8, that had stabilizers in it. So this is before I grabbed the tripod, which my wife will bring out for me later on in this video. Yeah, I can pause it. I do pause it here in the video. So I apologize for the shaking. It's just the way it is. That's UFOs for you. I know, right? All right, where else we going? Here it is again. Passing by. This is, again, going over my house. Just 3 points of light. That's all we see there. And there it is going away, heading in my direction again. Far away, I meant to say. So it's far away, heading my way. Yeah. Sorry, when you zoom in on something almost at maximum and it's moving pretty fast, you're gonna have shake. It's impossible not to, unless you have a camera with, incredible stabilization, which back then they didn't. Passing over the house again. See, it looks different than it did the last time. There goes the star. Now the weird thing about this is, at 11:45, the dog started barking. Didn't know why, and he was in the kitchen. We were in the bedroom watching TV. So I go to the back door in the kitchen where he was, and he was looking out the back door. So I just opened up the door, and he took off running to nowhere, basically, right? He went, he didn't bark a lot. He just barked a couple of times and then was growling. At that time, I'm looking around, and I thought maybe somebody was running in the backyard, but that wasn't the case. I looked up just out of habit, because that's what I do. And I saw 2 shooting stars go right overhead. They were side by side, and they acted like shooting stars. Didn't get it on video, obviously, but I went and grabbed the camera. That's what made me grab the camera at 11:45. And then I saw this thing coming overhead. I didn't know what it was. There was no flashing lights, no sound. Now here you see it says boomerang shaped with a dome on top. I had binoculars out, and because cameras at night, back then, even now, they don't work as well as you would like them to. And I saw a structure that looked like a dome on it in the front where those two lights are. Now, you're not gonna see it here. You're gonna see it later on. And you won't see it like you think you're gonna see a dome. I'll have to point it out to you where it is, but these lights actually multiply. Yeah, every 10 to 13 minutes it was flying around. After it passed over my house, another 4 to 5 minutes before it shows up heading direction with a sequence of events of flashing lights and shooting stars. I couldn't get those on video. You never know when they're gonna show up, and I was focusing on this. So my thought process was, hey, I'll record this object. If those shooting stars or whatever they are show up, then it's just by chance. That's a plane going by. So I'm going to pause this here for a second. That's when it's far away. It always looked like this. It looked white on camera, but it was really orange. It was an orange ball of light, which looks from far away, but when it came over the house, it looked different. So over the years, I kept thinking, well, what could it be? You know, why would it look so different when it got over my house? Maybe it was two different objects. Doesn't make sense, but that's the only thing I could think of, because it looked nothing like this. And you can watch the clock there. It keeps getting later and later every time I record this thing. See, now it's 101. So we're getting to the good stuff here where, yeah, there we go. I paused it for you guys. You'll see it. This is one of my favorite sightings. Look how fast it's going. There's a flashing light. It just flashed. I don't know what it was. That one wasn't an airplane. I may have captured one of those shooting things. Shooting stars. I don't know. It was weird. Those shooting stars came by 2 times. 3 times total. Twice when I was recording. 3 times total. It was 2 shooting stars that came from the north and headed south. And every time the object, not every time, but the shooting stars or whatever they were, headed towards the object when it was far away from me. I am estimating the speed of this thing probably around 300 miles an hour. But here it is. Looks like a triangle, but it is much bigger than what the light. I mean, it's one craft. So that's the clearest shot that I got that night when it was far away. Slowed it down for you. I'm using the tripod the best I could. So I don't know if this is another object or what. It doesn't look like that. It's just impossible to focus perfectly. It was far away. And that was actually low in the horizon. That was barely over the treetops looking far away. Here we go. This is bizarre. Now you can see there's more lights, right? So the bottom left, you're gonna see 2 lights there now, and then it turns to 3. And then towards the top middle, another light will show up. I'll show it to you here. I don't know what this is, but it just grew. It did. It's amazing. It's weird. It is weird. Here we go. So I'm thinking maybe it's a helicopter. Nope, couldn't hear it. No noise. I'm a little mad at myself because you guys can't hear the video in its rawness because there's music in the background. It's pretty wild. If anybody's ever seen anything like this, you gotta let me know. Because here we are, 17 years later, and there's still no explanation. Watch this. Look at that. I know I paused it. Yeah, I didn't do a good job there. Is that a plane? I don't know, guys. But it is weird, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, here's a good part. You know, I just don't know. I'm looking at it and, you know, 3 lights here. 4, there was one there, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, this is where the dome was. This looked like I think it goes like this. It comes up and comes down, goes around, and then it's a boomerang like this. But it's moving this way. So this, I almost see Luke Skywalker's X-Wing fighter right here almost, but I'm guessing. I just don't know why or where these came from. And then this light pops up every now and then. It's really weird. I want to show you again the end part because that's really the most important of all. It's crazy. I'll slow it down. Let's go to 1/4 impulse power. Man, all that shake, you know. Oh, is that 4? I never noticed that. 4 lights back there. Hold on a second. In the bottom left, it looked like there was 4 lights for a second, right? It's weird. After all these years and watching it, I'd never seen that before. Maybe it's because it was shaking. Let's take a look. Could this be military? You know what I mean? For 2 nights. I captured it. But why would it hang around for 5 hours? You know what I mean? I think I did see it. There. Wow, good stop. Look at this. Wow. This is the first. Look at this. I don't know what it is, man. If anybody has an idea, you have got to let me know. This is a legitimate UFO. This is a legitimate UFO. Yeah, now we've got it down to 1/8 speed, basically. Yeah, I'm interested in this. See a little red tinge in this light here? Looks like it's red. Not coming up as clear as I would like it, but wow. That is so bizarre. You see lights passing by it? Stars. Wow. I don't know. You know, is this a version of a TR-3B? Are we seeing the boomerang craft? Are we seeing a triangle just at a strange angle? Are these... Is this a blimp with lights on it? Why would it be around the city for 5 hours? I couldn't see it. Once the sun started coming up, I believe it was like when the sky broke, or maybe it was like 5:30 a.m. I just didn't see it. It never came back. It's wild. I think I caught it 15 times. Or it came around 15 times, I should say. Yeah, this is the edited version. Now I do see a green light right here. Is that red? Maybe green and red? Is that an airplane? It's like, if that's an airplane and that's a red light, that's a green light. How does that look like how is that an airplane? It's going sideways, guys. It's not going this way. It's going this way. It's going from left to right. Yep. Very strange indeed. All of these shapes. They're all unique. It's one of my favorite sightings. I really dig it. Can't think of what it is. Are there aliens flying around Phoenix? Was this a search and search and rescue team? Were they practicing maneuvers over Phoenix for a certain event, maybe, or something? I mean, look at the weirdness on this thing. I think I stop it. Yeah, that's the best I can do. Then a light appears up there. Yeah, come on. I guess it will eventually. Right, where is it? There it comes. All right. I forget we're in 1/8 the speed. It's pretty wild stuff. Yeah. I don't know, man. You tell me.
Tonight on CBS 5 News, a Valley man shares video of a close encounter with something he thinks might be from out of this world. But what will you think? Greg Mocker joins us live with the video tonight.
Catherine, sightings in the valley are nothing new. We've been telling you about them. They've been making news for years. In March of 1997, thousands saw what is a still unidentified line of lights. Tonight, sky watchers say they keep coming back.
Well, I saw the fleet over here, straight up a little bit to the north.
Most stories about sightings in the sky rely on words, but Rich Giordano wants to show you the pictures that he says will prove his story, or at least get you thinking. This is video from yesterday. He's noticed the white dots in the sky on a number of previous occasions.
They all moved in unison, and if you have objects like balloons that are up in the air being blown around by the wind, they're going to hesitate and go up and down.
He's documenting the sightings he's captured with his camera from his backyard near Union Hills in Cave Creek. His website, cnufos.com, is one of many in the valley that track reports and video from our skies and across the Southwest.
I think it's more open than it used to be, that's for sure. And with the new wave of sky watchers like myself coming out with the new equipment or with computer software to enhance the objects to see if it's real or fake or whatever. I just think that it's a hotbed.
Skeptics may call the images weather balloons or government aircraft. Valley Skywatchers hope people are at least open to the possibilities. In Phoenix, Greg Mocker, CBS 5 News.
Now to the unexplained, when these lights appeared over the West Valley, many of you called to us last night. We sped up the video, and I want to tell you, in our analysis, they kind of look like military flares, they move like military flares, they probably are military flares. But nonetheless, that happened at night, but Beverly Kidd is going to join us in the newsroom this evening to talk about some video that happened daytime.
Yeah, Mike, as you know, we do get a lot of strange videos here at 3TV, and we get red dots, blue dots, all shiny objects, all kinds of stuff in here. But this one, well, just take a look.
Like right here, this is where I zoomed in for, I think, the first time. And you can definitely see it. It has a humanoid shape to it.
When Rich Giordano says humanoid, he means it.
Humanoid means it can be either man or something like a man, as we perceive a humanoid being humanoid shape. It's got a human, it looks like a human. Could be a human alien.
Giordano was in his North Phoenix backyard just 2 weeks ago when he saw it moving overhead.
It's got to be balloons. I always think balloons first anyway. So I grabbed the binoculars and looked up and noticed it was humanoid looking. And the object is moving north, probably at a walking pace. It's really slow. And when I have it on the tripod on the camera, you can see that the object's going in a straight line. So it's not bobbing or meandering around. It's got a purpose. It's going somewhere, and it's going in a straight line.
He says the video doesn't do it justice, and he might never have told anyone, except for one thing.
And there's only one other guy who has something like this, and